Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll continue the talk on release dream. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists, so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Today we will talk about another specific release dream theme and how to analyze them for yourself. Today let's look at two other common release dreams. The one where you lose your purse or wallet, and the one where you are lost. Losing your purse or your wallet is another very common release dream theme. In this type of a dream, you may be anywhere at any time and suddenly notice you've lost your purse or your wallet, or even your briefcase. You might feel mildly concerned, but more likely you feel panicky and are unable to remember where your purse is or where or how you lost it. And you can then spend the rest of the dream searching for your lost purse or wallet, or the dream can revolve around the emotions of the lost wallet or the purse. The dreaming of losing your purse or wallet can be interpreted as a loss of identity and often of power, since what we usually carry in our purses and wallets are our identification papers, our credit cards, and our money. This type of a release dream usually helps a person to take a closer look at feelings of disorientation, loss of identity or purpose in life, and loss of power. This type of a release dream seems to come most frequently to people who have just retired, who have stepped into a new phase of life. For instance, a mother whose children have grown up and left home. These people often feel unclear about what to do next and about their new role in life. Who are they? And how are they going to have currency in their social world now that their former role has ended? In this first example of a release dream about losing a purse or a wallet, we have a middle-aged woman who dreamt that she was walking downtown. In the dream, she suddenly noticed that she had lost her purse. She didn't know if it had been stolen by a pickpocket or if it had been dropped by her, but she realized that she had no money left with her at all, and she then started looking everywhere for her lost purse. Finally, she realized that she would never find it. When questioning herself about this release dream about a lost purse, she said, "Oh my, if I lost my purse, I would lose all of my identity papers, my credit cards, and my money. I would have trouble getting anywhere, making phone calls, buying anything, or even proving who I am." She then asked herself if there was anywhere in her life that she felt that she would have trouble proving who she was, and it would be a problem for her if she didn't have any money or any credit cards. Suddenly she said, I don't work any longer. My children are married, and they have children who are almost grown, and I don't think I count for much anymore. I don't know how to tell people I am still an important person. I still have thoughts, I still have desires, and I still have plans for my life. But people treat me like an old person. In actual fact, I am not really sure what my plans for the future are, but I want to have plans. I want to be taken seriously. But I do feel old, and maybe I don't even take myself that seriously anymore. In the next example of the lost purse or wallet dream, we have a somewhat unusual version of a stolen wallet dream. In this example, we have an early 20s male that dreamt that he was walking in a particularly beautiful section of a large city when a very handsome young man rushed up to him, stole his wallet, and then disappeared. When analyzing this dream, this young man asked himself what wallets are, and then he questioned why he felt the need to carry one. He said, "You carry a wallet to put the money you need for the present, your credit cards and your identification papers in one place." When he next asked himself, what would be the problem in losing his wallet, he said, "Well, I could replace everything in it, but it would be a lot of trouble. I would have to go through a lot of bureaucratic red tape to get all my papers replaced. The cash money wouldn't be a problem, and the credit card wouldn't be a problem, but it would be a big bother. He then questioned himself to see if there was anything in his life that he felt would be a big bother to replace, that gave him a sense of power in the world, like a wallet, and that allowed him to identify himself with. He suddenly realized that it was his girlfriend. He said that she is an extremely beautiful woman, and everyone notices whenever he goes to a party with her. He says that he thought that she makes him look good. In actual fact, the previous night she was flirting with a handsome younger man, and he was afraid that he would steal her from him. He said it would be a bother to find someone else who is as pretty as she is and is easy to get along with. It's interesting to note that this young man was not panicked in the dream. His focus on what a bother it would be to replace the materials in his wallet. It would seem that for him, his girlfriend was definitely a replaceable treasure. Keep in mind that your dream of a lost purse or wallet, while having common interpretations that are on the mark for most dreamers, may have an idiosyncratic twist that belongs only to your life and your experiences. The only way that you will find out what your dream means is to interview yourself. Why not try to ask yourself these interview questions of yourself to find out more? Number 1, what is a purse or wallet or briefcase? Why is it important? 2, why would a human such as yourself carry your purse or wallet? Why would you care if your purse or wallet were stolen or lost? 3, how do you feel in a dream when your purse is lost or stolen? 4, is there anywhere in your life where you feel the way you feel in the dream when you realize that your purse is being stolen? 5, how so? Be as specific as you can. 6, having identified the relevant area of your life, is there anything you could do to change that situation? The released dream of being lost can be a long or a short dream. It can go from a simple image of wandering and of feeling lost in a forest, an urban landscape, or a field to a long and involved whodunit chase scene where you end up lost, disoriented, not knowing how to get home. You may be in a storm or even barefoot and feel totally unprepared for the long trek home. You may call out for help and find none. More often, there will be nobody around from whom you can ask assistance. Dreamers usually feel sad and frightened at the end of such dreams. Most dream analysts recognize released dreams of being lost as a fairly transparent expression of the dreamer's feeling lost in an emotional sense in his or her everyday life. The dreamer may have no sense of direction regarding a career or purpose in life, and may feel lost in a spiritual sense, or may feel terribly alone, without the ability to form meaningful interpersonal relationships. It's very important not to ignore such dreams, because they can offer the dreamer a chance to identify a core feeling that colors most of the dreamer's waking experience. Sometimes the dreams carry with them clues as to why the dreamer is lost, and thus offer the dreamer a chance to make constructive changes. In our first example of a released dream about being lost, we have a young woman that dreamt that she was walking with her husband on the beach. The sun was out at the time, and then suddenly a tidal wave appeared and broke over them. In the dream, she was fine, but her husband had disappeared. On top of that, she suddenly realized that she didn't know where she was anymore. She didn't know which way was home. She didn't see any landmarks. She knew she was lost, and she was very frightened. When this release dream was analyzed, this woman asked herself how it felt to be walking with her husband at the opening of the dream. She said it was wonderful. It was warm, and it gave her a perfect picture of her marriage to her very loving husband. Then she asked herself, what is a tidal wave? She said, oh, it's an overwhelming force that destroys everything in its path. When she asked herself if there was anything in her life that is an overwhelming force that destroys everything in its path and that causes her husband to disappear, she suddenly realized that in her conscious day-to-day life that her husband had cancer. In actual fact, he was dying, and it felt like a tidal wave. She said that she had been married for 30 years and that she was afraid that she will be very lost without her husband. This dream seems to be preparing her, actually warning her, to prepare herself for the inevitable. In our next example of a release dream of being lost, we have a woman that dreamt that she was in a city on a rainy, cold night. It was very late. She was alone and there was no one around. In the dream, she knew that if she stayed out in the street for very long, that she would be in great danger of being attacked. But she feels lost, and she doesn't know how to get out of this part of town that she's in. In her dream, she doesn't trust anyone where she is, and she doesn't know how to get out. She felt lost and very pressured and to hurry and figure it out because of this overwhelming sense that she was in great danger. When this release dream was analyzed, the woman described the urban environment she was in as very threatening. People there were very threatening, and she felt that they were hostile towards her in particular. She knew she had to get out because she felt she could be attacked at any moment. She next asked herself if she was in any environment right now where she felt people would be hostile towards her just because she was different. She said that was exactly how she felt when she visited her in-laws. In fact, she said that's how she felt whenever she's anywhere near them. They are a very powerful family, and it feels that they are always ready to attack me. But I keep trying to fit in. In the dream, all I want to do is get out. She next asked herself how it is to feel lost in the dream. She responded that she felt lost because she didn't know how to get out. In the dream, she doesn't know where to go, and she feels helpless. She next asked herself if there was anywhere in her life where she felt helpless, the same way she did in the dream, and she suddenly realized that she did feel trapped in this in-law environment. She further commented that they have tried to control her whole life and that she didn't know how to get out. The problem was that she did not want to leave her husband. All she wanted was to get away from her in-laws. The dream did not solve the woman's problems, but instead it helped her to see how serious they were, how very upset she was, and how very attacked she felt, and how lost and incapable she felt at figuring out how to extricate herself from this situation. To help you analyze your dreams of being lost, ask yourself the following questions. 1. Describe the scene in which you are lost in your dream. 2. How does it feel to be lost? Be as specific as you can. 3. Is there anywhere in your life you have experienced these same feelings? In your family life, your career, or your spiritual life? 4. How so? Elaborate. Be as specific as you can. 5. What do you think you might do to remedy the situation? I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easy to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.